After being clear about our own venture, our project, our goal, the next important question is, who is relevant for reaching our goal? Who are the stakeholders, or let's call them players? The players are those persons who could support or hinder us. Many projects have been killed by the actions of some unexpected players on the field. For example, after receiving all the necessary city government permissions for installing our climatization, we were surprised to learn from the property management of our house that we also need an okay from all of our neighbors. As the construction was already taking place, we wrote a nice letter to all house parties, including a tasty chocolate, and asked them for their okay. Luckily, this worked out, and we even got nice letters back, but we should have analyzed better before. Who are our players for our venture and their interests? This is a two-step process: listing all players, analyzing their interests. It's better to think about too many potential players than to forget about some important ones. There are two types of interests: functional and personal. As a player usually belongs to a department or an organization, he represents also the interests of this department. And he is an individual with personal motives, interests, fears and hopes as well. We have prepared two worksheets for you. In the department's interests, you start with the names, or if you want so, acronyms of your players. Then you fill in the department's name. Perhaps you are aware of a department's credo. Mostly it helps to write down what are the goals of that department, their challenges, and on whom they are dependent. Sometimes we cannot fill in all fields because we don't know. But then it's also good to know that we don't know. Perhaps we can ask our players directly, or somebody who knows that person, or we must work on assumptions. Second, the players' interests helps us to dig deeper on their personal hopes and fears, and we evaluate how much these players' interests correspond with the goals of our project. Some of their motives will be hidden to us. Some will be even hidden to themselves, because they are unaware. Nevertheless, the better you know your players, the better you can assess the likelihood of the success of your project and how you could win or strengthen their commitment. Honestly, I personally do not use these two worksheets for all my projects. But if the venture is complex, important and perhaps political, this time investment pays off very well.